Hi guys, it's Norma and it is time for an empties video. So these are my candle empties for the month of July, and I have to say for the most part it was a pretty good month for burning. I did manage to cut down a little bit, so even though there's a lot of empties here, there are not quite as many as you see in the winter months. So let's get to it. Where do I start? I'm going to start with Yankee. Now, this was probably one of the biggest disappointments I had. This is Midnight Lilac, and basically it was almost scentless. I mean, it just had no throw. I could smell it if I stuck my nose in the jar when it was burning, but I had this going in my smallest bathroom, and I could not smell it at all in there. It's kind of like a cologne or perfumey. I think it's more perfumey than cologne. So whatever. The burn was okay. I really didn't have too many problems with it. It had one of those, tree trunk wicks that some of the large jar Yankees have, where they're a little bit shorter and wider. So I did have to keep the wick trimmed, pretty darn short, but yeah, just no throw. Oh, guess who's making an appearance? He just woke up from his nap. Okay, another large jar Yankee is Margarita Time. This scent is actually being corporately retired, and I really like this scent. I mean, it definitely is a salty margarita. I had this burning, where did I have it? I had it on my coffee table, and I could smell it if I was like right there sitting on the sofa and I had nothing else going, but it kind of got drowned out by my grapefruit candles. And so then I end up moving it over onto my dining room table in the pineapple, because since I really couldn't smell it, it was just there for looks to light up my luminary. But I actually really like this scent. I'm kind of sad it's going away. The melt cups in this were really, really good for me last year. The last of my Yankees, I think. No, I got two more. Tutti Frutti. This is actually my second burn of the year for Tutti Frutti. And I did two of them. And this one was really good, really good. It did seem to me, though, I had two of them going in my computer room, and I kind of really needed both of them to scent the room. And this doesn't happen to me very often with Yankees, but it did happen with these. And I burned my other Tutti Frutti, I think it was in June I did it, and I didn't notice the problem with that candle. But with these, it seemed like by the time I got to the end of the candle, I couldn't really smell it anymore. Which is a shame, because I really love this scent. It's, just like a fruit punch. It's kind of sharp, kind of tangy, kind of sweet. It's a really, really nice summer scent. But I still like Tutti Frutti. I have several backups of it. Okay, and the final Yankee is Lake Sunset. I actually had two of them going. These are the smooth wax tumblers. And I'm just trying to basically systematically, or somewhat not so systematically, just get through all the smooth wax tumblers I have. I know a lot of people love them. I'm just not a fan of them. And I mean, I like this scent, but I can't smell it in the tumbler form. And my intention was to melt these down into melts, but I did a huge big haul of these when I heard it was going away. I wish I could have gotten the large jars, but they were already sold out. So I settled for the tumblers, which I kind of wish I hadn't done. Because then I did come back and stock a couple times in large jars, but it's like, you know what, I'm over it. I had some wick issues with, this is a problem I have with 2 wicks. I know lots of you out there love 2 wick candles. They drive me crazy for the most part, because when I trim them, I inevitably get 1 wick too short, and one goes out, and then I don't notice it. I get an even burn. So I had a little bit of issue with this, so I end up just having to leave the wicks a little bit longer than I normally would like. Other than that, I had no burn issues with it. The smooth wax does leave the residue like that. But I mean, I couldn't smell it. That's the biggest thing. I just really couldn't smell it. And you know, I do have more of these left, and some of them definitely will be slated to be melt down into wax melts. But I may burn a couple more of them. We'll see. But I love that label. Okay, so what should we do next? Let's do Goose Creek. Okay, so what did I have here? I have Grapefruit Mandarin. Now I know this is a favorite of a lot of people, and I actually liked it, but I have to say every once in a while I kind of get that dreaded cat pee smell from it. So yeah, because now I'm kind of getting it. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. So I like it, but frankly, I don't know if I'll get it again because there are a couple grapefruit candles that I just like better. And if I want to have this kind of mix, I might just go with a separate scents, like a grapefruit, a lime, and a lemon. You know, I could probably leave out the orange, but yeah, I like it. It's okay, but I'm not sure if I'll get it again. I had no issues with the burn on this one. That's actually some scorch marks. I did have some soot. You know, there was at one point I had this in my I forgot what the name of it's called, that seashell hurricane from Yankee, and you can't see inside of it. You have to look in it to see how your candle's doing, and the wicks got away from me at one point, so I ended up moving this to a different container where I could see it. But other than the fact that the wicks got away from me and did some soot, I had no issues with the burn. Now, I can't say the same for these two Goose Creek candles, Sunset Sparkle. I actually really, really like this scent a lot. I picked these two up at, oh, where was it? I think it was Burlington Coat Factory. I think it was last summer. And, you know, once again, the two wicks, so I had some issues with my not trimming them properly, because I did have to keep, you know, my eye on the wicks, because if they got too long, they would start to soot. So I had to keep them trimmed really short. But the problem is, you know, it's a kind of a fine art. You want it short so you don't have to deal with sooty wicks, but you don't want it too short that you can't light it. So I had a little bit of problems with that, but that was, you know, okay. What drove me freaking crazy, and I've had this happen to several Goose Creek candles that I have purchased from the outlet. Somewhere around past the halfway point, I would say, when I still had about a good 1/3 of the candle left, one wick in each of these jars would lay flat. And no matter what I did, I could not get it to stand back up. And so I just was burning one wick until, you know, I finally said, okay, I'm done. As you can see, I still have some wax in here, but it's like, I'm done playing with these wicks. Goodbye, Sunset Sparkle. Lovely scent, but if I purchase it again, I think I'm going to stick with the 3-wick tumblers, or definitely just purchase directly off the website and not get them from the discount store. Now, this is a scent that I did pick up off the website. This is their one of their new classic fragrances, Gardenia Petals. Look at that label. Isn't that gorgeous? I meant to do a review on this, but then, you know, Goose Creek sent out the new fall scents to reviewers to review, and I know so many people are anxious for them. I decided I would get reviews up on those, and you know, there's only so many candles I can review, and I had already started this, so once I started, I needed to finish it. I thought about saving it to do a review later on, but frankly, by the time I got around to it, you know, summer's going to be over and it's going to be fall. I like the scent at first. Now, even though it says Gardenia Petals, I don't consider this to be a straight up Gardenia candle. I think if you want, you know, straight up Gardenia, go with the Henri Bendel candle. Kringle, to me, had the best Gardenia. Unfortunately, they retired it. or go with Yankee Candle's White Gardenia if you want a straight up gardenia scent. This is gardenia, but it's mixed with all these other notes in there. I can't remember. I think there's sandalwood, maybe jasmine. And to me, what it smelled like more than gardenia was like an oriental lily or like a carnation. It definitely had a spicy note that those florals have. So in that respect, I really, really enjoyed it at first. After a while, it seemed like this candle was one that actually got stronger and stronger. The more I burnt it, the farther down in the jar it got. It kept getting stronger and stronger. I mean, it would fill my bathroom where I had it and completely drift into the bedroom and out into the hallway. It's a strong one. But there was a note in there after a while that I started not to like. And like I said, as the candle kept getting stronger, the farther down in the jar I got, and the farther down in the jar I got, that more that note came out that I didn't like. So this would probably not be a repurchase for me. And another thing too is look at that wax color. This was a pristine white candle. And, you know, I know white wax has a tendency to do this in some sense. I thought I heard that vanilla causes it to do this. And I think this did have vanilla in it. But it was one of the ugliest, dirtiest burning candles I've seen just for the discoloration. Performance-wise, it did really great. I mean, it was a strong thrower. It burnt great, but I mean, it's ugly. So if you want to try this scent, definitely put it in a hurricane so you don't have to look at it. It's a shame because the label itself is just so gorgeous. And like I said, don't expect, you know, a straight, fresh, pure gardenia. It's got some spice to it. But yeah, I could have really, really liked this one if it was just a little bit more on the fresh side, I think. Now, one Goose Creek candle I thoroughly enjoyed is Black Amber Plum. This was perfect in every way. Perfect burn, perfect performance, perfect throw. Not too strong. I would say is maybe about a 6 or a 7, but I could smell it, so I was happy with that. My first time trying the medium jars with Goose Creek, and I am actually a fan of the form. For $8, great deal. I will be hoarding this candle. I absolutely love it. You know, I know it's been around for, you know, at least a year, so it's not a new scent, but I finally got around to burning it this year. I didn't have a chance when I originally got it, and I love it, and I'm just waiting for, you know, a really, really good sale from Goose Creek so I can hoard this, get me some more peanut butter sugar, and get some new fall candles. Okay, next up is Aqueous. This was in the scent Ginger Mango. Frankly, I couldn't smell it. You know, these were some that I got at Home Goods last season, and I don't know if they were just old or what, but I couldn't smell them. So they just look pretty burning in the amber glass, and that's about it. So, you know, my mission is to try to get through some of these because I guess if they're old, they're not going to perform. I also went through some Henri Bendel candles. As you guys know, oh, that's not one. You know, Victoria's Secret had the $5 candle sale for their semi-annual scent sale in the scent Cashmere. So this is, I think, probably the third one I burnt this year. Nice scent, nice bedroom, bathroom scent. You know, pretty good performer because it is the very glass, you know, it's wider at the top. So yeah, it's a little work to get it to pull out the first few times, but once you get past that point, I had no problem with the performance. The throw is good for a bedroom. I mean, it's not super strong, but in my bedroom, I don't want something super strong. I want something soft that lingers in the background, and it did that. The other Henri Bendel candle I got was I bought off the website. It was on clearance. It was their large 3-wick in vanilla bean. And I really like this scent. It's not a foodie scent. It's basically like a vanilla sandalwood scent. Just a really, really nice vanilla sandalwood. The 3-wick definitely gave it a little bit of a stronger throw, but still, it's not, you know, going to kick you out of the room, but it's definitely there. I knew it was there. Burning, these burn better than the 1-wick size, you know, because you do have the 3 wicks to help you out with the top. So I really like these 3 wicks, and I bought a few more of them while they were in clearance. They were, I think, $65. I know, I know, crazy. But they were on clearance, so they were 50% off. So still a lot of money, but I really enjoyed them because, you know, at least I can smell them, unlike some of my Yankees. Okay, this is a random one I got from Home Goods a couple years ago, I think. It's a DW Home. I have one more of these. It's like a blueberry lemon pound cake type of scent. And on cold, it smells absolutely delicious. The burn was kind of atrocious. I had it on my stove top. I could actually sometimes smell it if I moved the holder. You know, I usually keep it at the back of the stove, but if I moved it forward, I could sometimes smell it if I was standing right there. Delicious, delicious scent on cold. Just amazing on cold. I mean, it just smells like a blueberry lemon muffin for sure. You get the blueberry, you get the lemon, you get the sugar, you get the muffin. But terrible burn and no throw. I burnt through 2 root candles. These were candles that I had done reviews on, and I decided to just finish them up because they're appropriate for the summer. Sparkling champagne. This was fabulous. I burned a lot, not a lot because I don't have a lot of root candles, but I burned a few of the Queen Bee large jar. And frankly, I just haven't had good luck with them. I mean, yeah, they're slow burners, which is okay. But the ones I have tried just haven't had the throw for me that I want. This little guy kicked a punch. I had it burning in my bedroom when I was testing it to review it. And it scented my bedroom without even me lighting the candle. I did review this, so you can check that out. But I liked it enough. I did purchase it in the larger Berry Glass size. And another one that I reviewed, this was, you know, they introduced these giant 3 wicks. And this one was, I believe, in the scent Innovation. And I actually really like this. When I reviewed it, it was, you know, I think in May, and it was kind of cold and wet and rainy, cool. I wasn't in the mood for the scent. But now that it's, you know, July, August, and we've had 90s every day, I can really appreciate the scent. It burned pretty good, you know, the 3 wick. It is slow, but, you know, it's not as fast as a Bath and Body Works 3 wick. But I actually really like this style of root jar better than the Queen Bees for me, because they don't take so long to pull out, and the throw is really good, at least on this one. It definitely, this actually filled my house. It stayed strong down to the end. I did purchase some of the other scents in this size. Would I get this one again? Maybe. I would consider it, actually. Not my favorite summer type scent, but it did really well for me. So, you know, even though they're expensive, these were also, I think, $65. And I bought the other ones when Root had that 40% off cold, or was it 50% off? Whatever it was. Heavy. Even empty, it's heavy. Okay, what next? Okay, let's do some Colonials. This is a retired scent, Rio de Janeiro, Guava, and Papaya. I believe I reviewed the large jar of this when I initially got it. It's a nice scent, Guava, Papaya. I can't really comment on the throw. I was using these as fillers for some of my accessories in my main room, and there were 2 candles, but one in particular that just knocked everything else out of the ballpark. So I did like the scent at the time when I reviewed it. I remember that. And at that time I reviewed it in a separate room. Two other scents that I used as just, well, 1 scent, 2 candles. I use these as just fillers from some accessories, Cucumber Fresca. And I've reviewed this one as well. It's funny because when I burnt these little ones, I didn't really enjoy it this time around. And so when I was planning my candles for August, I said, you know, I have all those large ones that I stuck up on last year because I thought I loved the scent. I'm going to start burning them. And I actually like it again. So I actually have 2 large ones of these going in my home right now. So you'll see them when I do my burning for August video. They're getting kind of low and I'm not sure when I'm going to do the video, but if I don't switch them out, I think I got backups of the big ones. So stay tuned for that. Okay. Okay. And then the final 2 Colonial are Grapefruit and Hibiscus. As you can see, these are ones I picked up at Meijer's when they were on clearance last year. Love the scent. I had no performance issues, nothing. It was a perfect candle. One of my very favorites from Colonial. Okay, now we're getting down to the wire. So, had a couple Bath and Body Works candles. I had 2 going in Sparkling Pear Riesling. And you guys know how I feel about this candle. And I really enjoy it. And believe it or not, Bath and Body Works came back with it again this year, much to everyone's surprise, because no one thought they would. The packaging is different now because it's a bright lime green color instead of this dark green. I do prefer this packaging, so I am glad I still stocked up on it. And then, first time for me, Champagne Toast. I know this one has been around for a while, but it was my first time. I liked it, but honestly, the Root Sparkling Champagne was stronger, a better thrower, and I like this scent better. If you like your champagne scents and you haven't tried this, you need to try Root Sparkling Champagne. Sorry. Okay. Also, my first burn for Coconut Vanilla. It was okay. I liked it, and I wouldn't hoard it, but I would get it again probably, maybe, especially if it came back in this packaging. What I really enjoyed about this packaging was the ombre glass. I had it in my, flower etched hurricane from Bath and Body Works, and it was just so beautiful burning that, it could have been scentless and I wouldn't have cared. But I could smell it, and I actually had it going with this one. This one is Honolulu Sun. Also my first time with this scent. This one was okay. I like it. I mean, you could definitely smell the coconut. You can definitely smell the palm. It's just not my favorite. I mean, it's very similar to the Root one, which I think I liked better, and believe it or not, the Root one threw better than both of these 2 going at the same time. So that's something. I did like them both, though, especially I liked them together. I don't know if I would like it as much if I was burning each one separately. Now this one, ironically, burning I didn't like as much with the ombre glass because it almost looked like it was like a frosty white. The color really, for me, didn't pick up as much as this one, which was simply stunning. And last but not least, we have Kringle Grapefruit. I had 2 of these going in my living room, and this was the star of the show for me. It was just amazing. I love this candle. I only have 1 left. I have only 1 melt left. So I'm trying not to panic because I'm sure it will be back next summer. If you guys haven't tried it and you like grapefruit scents, you have to try it. This one is just amazing to me, and it threw like the bomb. I mean, it scented almost my entire large space. So even though I had all those other candles going on, this is what I smelled. Especially when I was sitting on the sofa. I had it on the chest next to the sofa. Oh, it was just lovely, juicy, tart grapefruitness. Amazing, amazing candle. I absolutely love it. Probably one of my very, very favorite candles of all time. So there you guys have it. That was my empties for July. I need to get rid of all this crap and get started on August. If you guys like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe below, and have a blessed day.